I don't want to set the world on fire. But that's okay. Other people are more than happy to do it for me. Fallout Season 2. I watched the first season after it all aired. I'm going to try and keep up with this one as it goes. No promises on how promptly I get to these, but I'm going to try. And I really liked season 1. Reminder if you didn't see my season overview review before, but my relationship to Fallout is one that actually makes this show kind of perfect for me. Because Fallout is a game series that I've tried to engage with a few times. I played a little bit of Fallout 2, a little bit of Fallout 3, and a very little bit of Fallout New Vegas. That one, unfortunately, I tried right at the point where I was realizing how bad my motion sickness had gotten, especially with anything in first person or even a third person where you have to do a lot of exploring around a 3D space. Yeah, so I didn't get very far in that one at all. But it is a setting that I love. It is a franchise that I've always really enjoyed learning about and listening to other people talk about. I think the setting is fascinating, so many like little things. So like I know enough about it that as stuff has come up or been hinted at, I've caught a fair amount of it. So that's sort of my relationship to this property. This show is perfect for me because my ability to engage with the games hasn't been great. My issue with Fallout 2 is just I came to it way late, and it's unless you have nostalgia for it, it's pretty dated. It's a little hard to get into. I could maybe try and muscle my way through it if I try it again, but I would be trying to get over a hump with that. This is just an easier way for me to engage with a setting that I find really interesting and a really cool aesthetic. And yeah, I really liked the first season. Second season's off to a solid start as well. This cast is just great across the board. We are now getting some stuff with Mr. House. I know who he is. This seems perfect casting for him. I'm down for that. I'm really loving the dynamic between Lucy and the ghoul. The fact that she is fully capable of being more helpful to his way of doing things, but she doesn't want to be because she doesn't want to kill people. And he calls her out if all you're going to do is shoot people in the leg and the ass, then you're not actually helping very much. And their dynamic I like, especially with just how much more jaded's the wrong word, hardened by his life he is than her. But at the same time, I like that, especially at this point, she's not being played as completely naive. That was the thing with her in season 1. And honestly, they balanced that really well and she played it really well. But I like here where she realizes what a lie the life that she'd been living in Vault 33 was. So it's not like she thinks the world works that way, but she still has some of the principles and the notions that being raised in that instilled in her that she still finds value in. Notions like, she says she wants to find her father to bring him to justice. And the ghoul's kind of like, you really actually still think that's a thing? And she's like, yeah, I do. I was raised to believe that. He's like, you were raised in a lie. And she goes, I know, but I still think that's a good idea. I really like how they're balancing that and how they're getting her to sort of come to terms with how rough the world is, but it doesn't just immediately crush her, but her holding on to some of those principles doesn't come across as completely naive. I think they are balancing this really, really well. And they are just nailing the aesthetic and the energy of it. I'm loving it. So I do not remember the names of a lot of the characters, so forgive me for this. But I love the dynamic of the guy who's trapped in the cryo room with the brain. I also really love the resolution on that, especially when he's like, you're right, those are my only rational options. But I've got a whole bunch of irrational ones. Yes, that's the kind of stuff that I am here for. I just really am digging that. And even the guy who tries to start a little self-help therapy group in the vault, and how that just doesn't go the way he thinks it will. Again, just funny little moments like that. And they pace the flashbacks to the pre war America, like it is always an alternate history kind of America, but the pace at which we get those glimpses of that, those are really well done and well planned out. So I'm digging the heck out of that. Yeah, and you know what? Can I just say, like, as time has gone on, I've come to really appreciate how much I love Kyle MacLachlan. Like, he just knows how to ride a razor line of being just a little bit camp, but having it just fit perfectly in a setting, especially like this. I get why David Lynch bonded with him so much. The guy's on screen and I'm smiling. I just really love Kyle MacLachlan. So I'm digging the heck out of that. And we're getting all these little hints of stuff to come. It was funny, like, I thought I had 9 minutes left in the episode, and then it ended, after 2 minutes, credits are rolling. I'm like, what's all the time after that? It's later in the season. I'm like, oh, okay. And we get little glimpses of a oh crap, what are they called? The monsters, the Death Claw. It was Death something. I couldn't think of it. But we get a glimpse of Death Claws. We've now seen the Khans. We get a glimpse of the Legion. We're obviously going to get some more stuff with the Brotherhood of Steel. There isn't a ton to talk about in this episode specifically because this is a little bit of a bridging episode, sort of kind of remind you where everybody is and get things. Yeah, it's not like there's no movement, but get the ball rolling for where they're gonna go for later in this season. But in this episode in and of itself, not a ton actually happens, but that's okay because what it did was exactly what I needed it to do, which was remind me of why I liked this show. Again, I'm losing names, sorry, but the one who got stabbed in the eye and is now an overseer, and her kid that she hasn't even bothered to name yet, and this poor guy Chet who's stuck taking care of a kid that isn't even his. Oh boy, like that again. The balance of these characters, of this silliness with the dire situation that they're in, it's just so good. I think that's what I really like about Fallout, especially as a post-apocalyptic setting, is that the general issue with post-apocalyptic settings, most of them, not all of them, but most of them, is that they are just depressing. Like, it's just depressing. Everything was destroyed. Everybody sucks. Everything's bad. What I like about Fallout is, yeah, everything that was good was destroyed, but like that doesn't mean that there isn't some fun to be had, some silliness to be had. Is it a dark kind of humor? Yeah, absolutely. But the fact that it remembers it doesn't have to be depressing to bring across what has happened, and this kind of dark humor streak that runs through it, I'm so here for it. I'm happy the show is back. I'm really digging it. I'm hoping the background noise isn't being picked up by the microphone, but I get stuff going on. But thank you very much for your time. Fallout, first episode of the second season. I am digging it, and I cannot wait for more. What did you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Patreon pays the bills and enables me to do this as my living. Even if you can't help me out that way, like, share, subscribe. They all help. Don't worry too much about it, though. We take a relaxed attitude around here, so you can come on back next time you need a break. Now to thank my highest supporting patrons: Robin Moore, Jared Boyce, Zubin Lafula, Auntie Kate 808, Mira G, Angry Casperl, Dave Hall, Oliver B, Sean Miller, Welsh Wrestling Geeks, Melissa Pedersen, Becky Sparks, Ulrich, Twilord, Mystic Shadow, Tracy Scrabbit, Pal Barabajoggle, Sir Didymus is my favorite, and shout-outs to some random folks from the lower tiers. Thanks to Callum Ray, 3 Muppets in a Trench Coat, and Alex Fireheart. If you want to hear me thank you by name, you can check out the reward tiers on the Patreon. You guys were pretty good today. Thank you.